So I'm going to start with that classic lemon loaf. Everybody needs a really good recipe, and this is a one-bowl wonder. So I'm going to start with a cup of granulated sugar, and I'll pour that into a large mixing bowl. And to really bring out the lemon flavor, I don't add the zest of 1 lemon, not 2, but 3. The essence of lemon flavor isn't actually in the juice, it's in the zest. And I like to add it to the sugar because when I whisk it together, the oils from the zest get into the sugar. It spreads the flavor evenly, and that way you don't get any bitterness from the peel itself. There we go. I'll grab a whisk. Now I'll add 2 eggs. Give that a quick little whisk in. It starts dissolving the sugar right away. And look at that gorgeous, bright, lemony color. And now I need some half and half cream. I need half a cup of this. And this is not a butter-based lemon cake recipe. I actually use vegetable oil, 1/3 of a cup. I find it makes for a wonderfully moist, rich cake, and it stays fresh for days. And as well, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Time for the dry ingredients, and I'm going to sift them right on top of the bowl. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. A quick little sift in, and then I just whisk to combine. You do want to whisk this until it's smooth. You don't want to see any lumps. And now I'll switch to a spatula to fold in my blueberries. I've got a cup of fresh blueberries. There we go. I've got my loaf tin, 8.5 by 4.5, lightly greased and lined with parchment. Get the batter in there. And you'll find it kind of shifts into place, so you don't really have to spread it that much. This is all set for my 350 oven, and it does take 60 to 70 minutes to bake. You check the doneness by dropping a skewer in the center. If it comes out clean, then you know it's done. Oh, gorgeous. Look at the blueberries peeking through. It smells so good. Now, I let it cool in its tin for about 20 minutes. Then I pulled it out using the parchment paper, and I just set it on the rack to cool completely. Now it's time for the finishing touch, the glaze. The first thing I do is sift a cup of icing sugar. This is a really simple glaze. And I already have measured 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And now I just whisk this together. It's amazing how just that 2 tablespoons of lemon juice will really impart a beautiful tartness, balancing with the sweetness. And I just pour this over the cake and let it run off the sides. That's where the cooling rack comes in handy, just so the drips run off. You've got a couple minutes before the glaze starts setting, so just let it flow and do its thing. You do want to give the glaze at least an hour to set, and then it's ready to slice and serve. And here it is, set. Oh, this just makes me crave a cup of tea. Look at that. The blueberries inside, the glaze set on top. Oh, just ready to crack right into. And it's soft and moist, but there is a hint of a crunch from that glaze set on the outside. It really is something special, and I know this is going to be a staple recipe of yours. Well, now I have to put the kettle